okay with shooting Daniel. So, or even shooting Dan.
Is this because I threatened to send you mug root beer?
Yeah. So does this mean that Will doesn't play golf because he thinks it's too difficult?
Janitor.
Yes! Oh, nice! I'm right there with you.
Really? Amazing.
Oh.
Bro, chop, chop.
Yeah, chop, chop. Chop, chop.
Awesome.
Right.
You're right.
How did I just click my own die?
Jen, tell us a little bit about what's on the shelf, because while you're doing that, I'm going to eat this bagel. Insectoid invasion. Insectoid invasion.
Dying.
They're coming to eat your brains.
I've never been to Beijing, but my walls in my room are beige, so I've been beiging for a while.
I'm about to see a hairstyle. Hold on, let's see this.
Oh, no.
2 purples, 2 yellows, and a blue flower.
2 purples again?
Yeah, there's just 2 purples. We're just gonna rename Chris to 2 purples.
Oh, hey, don't eat my bed. I just got coffee.
Gather around at a table. We can do the same for a good cause. And thank you all very much for watching. So I'm going to cut the audio off. I'm going to go to the end stream thing, and I am just going to talk about how much I love these people. So thank you all very much.
This episode is sponsored by Quack Alert. They are ridiculously in love with ducks. I have no clue why, but you know what? It's cool. Hello, amazing people. Our guests are already like, what in the world? Why does this cat keep running? I know you want attention. Goodness gracious, girl. Oh, Furball. Say hi? You say hi to everybody? You are going to drive me insane tonight. No, you need to get down. I'm not going to hold you the whole game. Hey, everybody, it's Chris from Charity Board. We're coming to say hi, everybody. So it looks like I have a guest for the rest of the night. Go ahead. Just chill there. Do not come to the keyboard. Such a good girl. She has finally learned how to jump up on counters. So yesterday we had chicken wings, and then at one point we did not have chicken wings. So, yeah, good girl. Good girl. Oh, craziness. Hey, welcome to Charity Board Gamer. This is after the show. We are going to be playing a fun game from Kids Table Board Games, and I thought, what would be a great way of playing a game from Kids Table Board Games? But let's have actual founders of Kids Table Board Games on here. So we have Helaina and Josh. Say hello while I pet the kitty.
Hello.
Hi there.
And of course, all right, she's gone now. She's gone. She's like, all right, I got all the pets that I needed, and I interrupted your show, so I'm happy. Don't you dare come back. Don't you dare. No. I don't know where all the kids are right now. They should be giving you attention. So we're going to be having some fun. We're playing Rec Raiders tonight. I'm excited. Helaina and Angelica and Sean all came on during the Extra Life 24-hour event that we did, and we played Creature Comforts, and of course I did horribly. And it was the most competitive Canadian event I've ever seen. I'm not used to seeing that. There's a whole lot of sorries and a whole lot of like backstabbing moves going on during that game. I was kind of like, what in the world did I get myself into? At 8 o'clock in the morning, I think we were doing it? Yeah. 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we wake up angry. It's the temperature.
It must be. I was like, I know it's November, but is it that cold in Canada at the time?
Actually,
yes.
It's not.
Yes, it was. It was very cold.
Very cold.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. But also on here, of course, if you've ever been watching anything that we've done before, we have, let me see, did I point I got to point the right way this time. There he is, right there. Right there, my co-host. Why are you pulling my, no. Justin, Jaber the word. Justin recently came out with a really cool unboxing of Jurassic Parts from 25th Century Games. So I highly recommend. Oh my gosh, Kat, you're going to be the death of me tonight. You're going to be the death of me. You're going back down. No. Oh.
You got to get
So
some
if
chicken
anybody
wings
wants to
across
know,
the room.
this is Furball. This is the second cat that we got. We got 3 cats in the course of 2 months. So it's wild. So and I guess she just wants attention right now. So I don't understand where the kids are, but they should be giving you the attention, not me. Not me. Now she's back there by the wire, so this could be fun. But yeah, no, it's been a blessing. Justin just did a video recently with an unboxing, and he truly does spread joy. His whole motto is play games, spread joy. And this whole past year, 2020, it's been a crazy year, but I'll tell you what, I have been able to enjoy a lot of games and spend that time with him. And he was with me through most of 2020, just there to play games with. So, yeah, so I'm excited. So, Josh, Helaina, say hello, talk a little bit while I try to see where the cat's going next.
All right. I'll go first, okay, Josh?
Yeah.
All right. So my name is Helaina Capel. I am half of KTBG, or Kids Table Board Gaming. We've been around for about 6 years, and we've been publishing games. The first few years of running this company, I was also a school teacher. And then found myself in a situation where I couldn't do both anymore. So I decided to go full-time as a publisher. And during this wild world we're living in right now, I decided this was the year for me to go back to teaching for some strange reason. I really missed it. So I'm now back again as a publisher and a teacher and having a great time.
What has been one of the blessings going back into teaching? I know something that I've enjoyed when I would do some teaching in the past was just being able to see when those things just kind of connect for kids. I mean, I don't know if that makes sense.
I'm in an interesting situation this year where I've taught everything from kindergarten to grade 8 and math and science, and those are my 2 strengths as a teacher. And this year coming back, they decided that they wanted me to teach a grade 7 and 8 class of kids who have mild intellectual disabilities. So that came with its very interesting challenges. And I have to say, being the kind of year that it is, I just have connected with students in a way that I've never connected before. I have the best students. It's been a blessing for me. I was scared to go back and to have 2 jobs, and just being with these kids who are so wonderful. They're just so kind-hearted and just always want to do the best. It's been an amazing experience for me. So I'm very, very, very happy to be back in the classroom this year with the kids that I'm teaching.
Good. No, I find that awesome that you were spending that time with that grade level and being able to help them out. Because it's now. Have you used anything like the board games to help in the teaching process at all? Because I know I've heard.
I have been considered the board game teacher in my schools for like the last 10 years. This year, because of COVID. We're like now on lockdown, so I'm teaching online. But before that, we were in the classroom, and because of COVID, we couldn't get near each other. We couldn't touch the same things, and so I sort of had to implement gaming in a very different way. And it's not been what I want it to be. So this is not the ideal year for using it, but I would be all over it if we were in a different space right now.
It definitely has not been easy, but I'm very thankful that at least vaccines are going out now, and the sooner that can be done, the sooner we can hopefully get rid of this and put it all behind us, and at least take the good parts of it, the relationships that we were able to create virtually, and then take them into the physical stratosphere, so to speak. So
absolutely,
yeah, I mean that's going to be something that I really hope for. Yeah.
Like once we're able to get through this, it's going to be like a global
Party.
celebration
Yeah.
for months. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I've already pictured like all the hugs that I want to give.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I said I'm going to of course ask for consent to give you a hug, but expect me to be like running up to you at that moment and be like, can I have a hug? Can I have a hug right now, please, 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 please? I need some sort of physical connection right now. I need it.
For
It's like, I need to
me,
play games. So
for me, I mean, like, yes, I want to hug all my friends and stuff, but I really just want to hug my parents. I miss them like crazy. So
yeah, it's people are sacrificing a lot to be able to make it so that way this can
absolutely.
go away and let's make it go away.
That's true.
Oh, look, it's my favorite Canadian. Favorite Canadians on here right now saying hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Angelica.
Super excited.
Hello.
I'm glad that she's here. Well, I'm going to pull up the game. Let's go ahead and play. You tell us how we do it, and we're going to kind of learn. And then anybody, if you have questions for Josh and Helaina while we're playing, feel free to ask it in the chat. And Josh, Helaina, if there's anything you want to talk about with Kids Table board games while we're playing, do that. If you want to talk trash, go ahead and do that to Justin. I don't want to cry.
Don't worry. I talk trash.
So,
but maybe Josh, before you start teaching, you can just tell everyone who you are also.
Oh, I'm Josh. Let's see. I'm Josh Capel. I am a graphic designer, illustrator, game designer, game developer. I work as an art director, creative director now for our two brands. That's KTBG, Kids Table, and Burnt Island Games, which is our label where we make more adult strategy games as opposed to the family games of Kids Table. I also work for Grand Gamers Guild out of Michigan, and they do a wide variety of games as well. And my job is to make good games great and make great games just amazing. So that's what I do all day long.
nice.
Sorry, I had to do that just because I took up so much of Josh's airtime before. I kind of felt bad.
You did.
I did.
You did.
I'll let you two discuss that later.
Yeah, we can work it out.
Well, I'm going to pull it up. We'll go ahead. We'll get right into the game.
Sure.
I'm excited to play this because just when it loaded up on Tabletop Simulator, I'm like, oh, this looks cute. And games like this for a family. I mean, we have a family of 5. So for me, if it's appealing automatically to my kids, like my middle child is very visually focused. He's very emotionally visual when it comes to playing games. So if he sees something and it looks beautiful, he points that out very quickly. So I already kind of like the looks of this. So
Cool.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it. All right, I can walk us through a quick sort of overview, give us a tour of the table, and then I can get into a teach. It's not super complicated teaching-wise. You really only do you make one move and resolve it on your turn, and then stuff can cascade outward from that. But generally, it's pretty simple. This is Wreck Raiders. We are treasure hunters, and what we are doing is we're trying to dive down to these shipwrecks to get the treasures that are there. So they're 4 sort of categories of shipwreck. There's gems, antiquities, art, and gold. This is upside down. Just fix that.
Okay.
That should be.
So the little crown is gold.
Yeah.
And all right. And so antiquities.
That's
All
right.
Cool.
There we go. Okay, so those are 4 categories, and if you go to a shipwreck, you're planning to get treasure from that shipwreck, and there are 3 different illustrations of treasure in each of the different shipwrecks. So there's 3 different types of gems, there's 3 different types of gold objects, and so on. The reason that you want to get those treasures is because you want to bring them over to your own player mat, and on your player mat, there's 2 things you can do with the treasure. On the right-hand side of your board is your personal vault. That's like your personal collection where you're going to be storing treasures and trying to find individual, unique, illustrated treasures. So as I said before, there's 4 of each. There's 3 of each color category. So for best scoring, you want to get all of them into your vault. On the other side of your mat, there is the museum exhibits. You see those 5 pillars in 3 rows. Over here in a display, we can see that there are exhibit cards. So this is an exhibit that the museum wants to create. So if you want to claim that card for points that are on it, which is the bottom left corner, anywhere you see that coin symbol is points. If you want to claim that card, you have to build that exhibit in one of your displays. So when you get a treasure, you look at the front, you look at the back, and you decide to yourself, do I want to put it face up in my vault so I can sort of collect unique treasures, or do I want to put it face down into my exhibits to try and work towards completing one of the exhibit cards that are in the display? When you add treasures to your vault, you're going to be adding them from left to right. So you can't skip over, you can't place out in the middle. You have to work your way from left to right when you're doing that. So that is, in large part, what we're going to be doing in the game is getting treasures and trying to score in those two ways. Another thing that we can do in the game is build aquariums. So this is this display over here of aquarium pieces. There are bottoms, middles, and tops. Each aquarium piece shows on the left a cost in shells. So there are different types of shells that you can collect during the game, and you have to pay those shells in order to build that aquarium piece. And when you start out, you have to build a bottom, and then you can stack any number of middles on top of that and cap it off with a top. And you could have multiple aquariums being built at once. You could start several bottoms at once and build your way upwards towards the top. You could even stack a top directly onto a bottom if you wanted to. It's all just sort of logical, building upward from a base. Now, the reason you want those aquariums is, first of all, they're worth the points that are shown on them. Again, that coin symbol is there, so that piece that you're highlighting is worth 4 points. But also, if you look at the top pieces, you see that there are little formula on them, and that's how they score. So that one, the sea dragon that you're looking at, it will score 3 points for every pair of scallop and conch that's visible in the purchase price going down the side of that tall aquarium you've built. So that tile itself is not going to contribute towards that scoring because it has only starfish on it. But if it was piled on top of other ones that did have, there you go, there's one. So that would score. Basically, the top ones act as sort of they let you score down the side of the aquarium. So you score on the way up for the coins, and then you score at the end of the game on the way down for the formula that are at the top. And those are pretty much the ways you're going to score in the game, by finishing exhibits for points, by having a great collection in your vault for points, and by building valuable aquariums. Those are the three things we're trying to do. The game is going to end at the end of a round where one of us finishes our 4th exhibit. So we're basically just going to keep on going until people are successful building exhibits for the museum. And here is how gameplay works. You see there's a pool of dice over here on this area that's called the reef. I'm just going to hit the roll dice button. They can only be rolled when the reef is empty. So let's consider this to be our already rolled dice.
Okay.
Okay, so imagine that, well, here, let me just take them off, and I'll roll them, and we'll see that the game should... What are these doing here? All right. There we go. Roll the dice. Okay, so now, starting with the start player, and I guess I'll just make that me so we can see a turn happen. I'm going to choose a die off the reef and any shells that it's sitting on. So when we rolled the dice, they went into this is approximating the real life dice rolling system that we have in Recreators, where you roll dice into the box lid, and wherever they land, it tells you whether or not it earns shells or not. So what we have here is in Tabletop Simulator, we have sort of mocked that up here. So this is just showing the results of what would have happened in real life. But maybe is more complicated to explain than...
No, it makes sense. So the idea is, I guess, so you're utilizing the box top to actually roll the dice in. So
you roll to the box top, and there's all these pictures of shells in the box top. There we go. Justin's holding up the box lid. If the die landed on, say, a starfish, then you would collect a starfish and the die when you chose the die. If it landed on nothing, you would collect only the die when you choose the die. So in Tabletop Simulator, instead of bothering with the physics of all that, we just created an automated system here where the reef here shows you the results of that. So on my turn, I'm going to choose a die and bring it over to my basket over here on my player mat. So I'll place that over there. Mm-hmm. I need everyone real quick, to set their lift height to at least the halfway point in Tabletop Simulator. Otherwise, horrible things will happen when we're moving around the board.
Oh my God, what does that even mean?
Okay, at the top of your screen, there's like a little guy holding a barbells up above
Yeah.
his head. And then if
There's a slider.
there's a
Make sure it's
slider.
at least
You want to set it
50%
to the
up.
halfway point.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, good. Because if you didn't, then moving things around would start triggering little active zones on the board.
Okay.
So I've chosen that die, and I get the shell that it was sitting on as well, and that will go into my basket also. And now I have to place one of my workers, one of my divers, into a spot on the board that matches the number I took. So I took the number 1. Now I have to send a diver to a number 1. All 4 shipwrecks have numbers 1 through 6 around them. And the beach also has numbers 1 through 6 all the way across. So I can place a diver at any of those shipwrecks that I want to, or I could place it on the beach. If I place it at the beach, I'll get the seashells that it's showing. If I place it in a shipwreck, then I get the treasure that's available at that wreck. It just gives me a random one off the top. Now, here's the interesting thing about the game, and I'm going to show you how it works, and then we'll back up and start taking real turns. So let's say I place on my 1 here. Boom, it fires a gold treasure over to my hand, and now I can decide what I want to do with that treasure. Am I going to put it in my vault, or am I going to put it in one of my displays trying to build an exhibit? Now, the cool thing about this worker placement is when another player goes, let's say that Justin went beside me, okay, let's say he goes in a 2, he took a 2, he drafted a 2 die, and he goes in the 2C. If he does that, then not only does he get, but anyone sitting in the seats beside him is also going to get on either side. So if he goes beside me, yeah, he's getting a gold treasure that he wants, but also he's going to be giving one to me. Watch, I'll place him in the spot. Boom, it gives one to each of us.
Okay.
So if you're sitting beside other players, when you go to the shipwrecks, you're going to be feeding them treasures on your turn, which is not necessarily what you want to be doing. It also works if you go beside yourself. So later on, if I drafted a 6 and went here beside myself, boom, I get 2 gold treasures because the diver that I sent grabs something, and it also gives permission to the diver beside him. So that's going to form a lot of our interplay on the board. When you're going into a shipwreck, you have to decide, do I really want to help Helaina right now? She's doing well. Maybe I don't want to sit beside her. Or maybe I can see that Chris is kind of straggling, so I don't mind helping him out a little bit right now by going and sitting beside him.
You always want to help me, right?
No, I never want to help you.
Oh boy.
Never
Real
did.
life, yes, all the time. Games, not so much. Okay, so that's sort of the mechanics of how going into shipwrecks and getting treasures works. It is not much different going to the beach, but there is no adjacency factor in the beach. If you go to the beach, you get the shells, but nobody else is affected beside you. So I'm going to take my turn. I drafted a 1. And so I am looking over at the displays and figuring what I might want to do. So I think I will go to the gold shipwreck. It fires me a gold treasure. I'm going to flip it face down and put it into one of my displays on my player map. There we go. So now I've started building a display that hopefully will pay off for me later on. I could have flipped it face up and placed it into my vault if I want. Now play pass it to the next player. There's a lot of bits and pieces I'm not explaining right now, but we can get into them as we go. So now it would be Justin's turn. So Justin is going to choose a die from the reef, bring it over to his basket, and then place a diver.
Sure. Let's take the 4.
All right, so you also get a starfish. Now we know that the seashells are used to buy aquariums. They also have other uses that I'll explain once we're maybe a round or 2 in and everything is settled informationally.
Okay, so now it's... Are you going to take your diver?
Yeah, so you've chosen the 4. Now you're going to take a diver and you're going to sit in one of the shipwreck, either in one of the shipwrecks or onto the beach.
Yep. And I think a good option. I like the direction you were headed, but I'll try a different color. So I'll go.
All right, so that's giving you an art piece. Now you can flip it over and look at it, and you can either load it into your vault or you can put it in a display. Now, if you go into the vault, you must build from the bottom up. So you have to imagine that you're looking sort of straight ahead at these treasures, and they have to sit on one beneath them if you're going to be building it into your vault.
All right.
Okay.
So now it's my turn.
We have to wait for Justin to decide where he's going to
Okay.
put that before.
Gotcha.
There we go. He's put it into his exhibit.
Okay. So now it's my turn. All right. All right, I'm going to take the 6. And
And it comes with a scallop on it. I'll pass it over to you.
thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. And I am going to go to this. And I get this. Ooh. So now explain to me the symbols on the other side again, what that
All right,
benefit
so
would be for
on the
me.
other side, you'll see it'll be a sword or a shield or a helmet, I think, in that category. And the reason you care about these illustrations is if you're going to keep that treasure for your vault, at the end of the game, you're going to score a point for every unique treasure that's in your vault. That's at the bottom left corner of the vault illustration. You see a little
Okay.
a little explainer, like a bubble that's pointing at that says
Gotcha.
each unique picture is worth a point. Also in the vault, you can see that each tier scores, and that is if all 3 treasures in that tier are the same color, same category, then you'll score the points for that. So you can put duplicate treasures into your vault if you want to try to get those matching color rows in your vault. So unique treasures are worth something to you, and also rows of matching color are nice to get as well.
Okay. Well, I think I am going to put it in my display.
Okay.
There we
All
go.
right. I'm taking the 4. And I'm going to put this diver over here. Get those. And,
Yep, then you'll decide whether you want to vault it or start building a display. And while you're deciding, I'm going to add another nuance, which is that when you're building displays to claim them from the museum, you don't have to do it in the exact order that the museum shows it. So, for example, this simple one here that is brown, brown, blue, you can claim that with brown, blue, brown in your exhibit. Same goes for any of the other exhibits. You can claim them out of order. There is a bonus for doing them in order, though, and that is what's shown on the bottom right-hand corner of the card. So most of them show some combination or choice of seashells that you can earn as sort of a special bonus for completing the exhibit in the correct order.
Okay.
All right, so got 1 die left there. That leaves me without a choice. I just take the 6 like so, and I'm going to grab one of my divers and, well, hey, why not, right? I've already got a diver in the gold ship, so I'm going to go beside myself, and that will throw 2 gold treasures over to me. Now, it just so happens that they were different illustrations, so I'm going to take the opportunity to flip them face up and point them both right into my vault there. Now I'm on my way towards building a matching color row, and I've got 2 unique illustrations in my vault. Now we see there are no more dice left to claim from the reef, so I'm just going to hit the resupply button. No, sorry, the roll dice button. Boom.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. That was weird. It looks like we got no shells at all this turn. They all ended up on empty spots in our box lid. Pretty rare. I was last to go, so now Justin begins this round.
Okay. Quick scan of the options.
You're going down, Justin. You're going down.
Okay.
Down to the bottom of the sea and grab some treasures at least.
To grab the 2 and go over here, but I'm not gonna be next to Krista.
Why not? Why not take the 1? That would have been great. You could have taken the 1. You could have said hi to me.
Well, because you chose to smack talk right then. I was like,
what are you talking about?
He
smack talk? I don't know what you're talking about. I would never, ever do something like that.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so we're on Chris.
All right, I'm going to take a 1. And take my little diver right here. No. Right there. There we go. And there we go.
All right, Helaina.
All right. I am going to take 3. And as I predict, Josh is also going to go here.
You are correct.
I am. I am going to place this right here. And there we go.
Okay. 2 and 3. All right, so I'm going to do something to show you how seashells work. So I'm going to take a 2 from over here.
Okay.
And I'm going to send a worker over. As Helaina predicted, I am going into this shipwreck to grab some jewels. So she is going to grab one too. I'll pop it into my display. And I'm going to spend a scallop by just discarding it. Boom. If you look at the bottom of your player mat, and that will help people, viewers, understand what we're looking at here. At the bottom of your player mat, there is a little legend that shows you the special things that the different shells do. So the first one that shows the silhouette of the hand grabbing the die, that means when you're taking a die, if you spend a conch, you can adjust the die up or down by 1 pip. So that's what the conches are good for. They help you raise or lower the value of the die that you've just chosen. Below that, when you're taking a treasure of a certain type, if you spend a scallop, you can take another treasure of the same type. That's what that little illustration means right there. When you're taking a treasure, discard a scallop, get a second treasure. So I have done that now. I'm going to grab a second treasure from the shipwreck. And I'm going to put it right there. Boom. All right. If you want to look back at that legend, I can explain just the starfish while we're at it. All right. So to the right of those two legends is the starfish. So the starfish can do 2 things. Number 1, if you put a starfish onto any treasure in your display, that treasure becomes wild. So the starfish is kind of like an asterisk that you're putting on something. You want to change it to something else. Also, if you discard a starfish, you can discard a treasure from your displays, like the rightmost treasure in one of your displays. So if you've built something and maybe somebody claimed an exhibit you were going for, you can use starfish to delete away treasures from your displays like that. So they either make things wild or remove recent treasures from your display. And lastly, on the very right there, that is an aspect related to decorating the exhibits you build for the museum, and I'll explain it once somebody does that.
Okay.
Okay, so I have done my turn, and now it looks like Justin has no choice but to take the 3.
Now the question becomes, where do I want to go with it? Do I want 2 conchs, or do I want some more blues?
So Justin has picked up 2 antique treasures, and he's going to decide where they go.
And I'll put...
It looks like Angelica said earlier that Master of Rulebooks. I didn't pop that up earlier. So, all right.
Thanks, Angelica.
Okay, so I
assume she didn't. All right. Okay, so that's everybody. So somebody hit the roll dice button, and that will grab them all. Ooh, that's an interesting one. So, Chris, you are first, and you got a bunch of starfish available to you.
They do look nice. Let's see here. What am I? Okay. I'm going to take the 6. Actually, you know what? No. No 6.
Before we go, let me explain one thing that we haven't encountered yet that is interesting in this game. Spots in the shipwrecks are not blocked to you if you want to go there and there's somebody already there. So an opponent already there, I should be specific. You can't bump yourself out. If you want to go into a seat somebody's already in, you can go there, but it will bump that diver to the beach in the same numbered spot. So if you went, for example, over here and took my spot, my 2 spot in the purple shipwreck, that would fly my diver over to the 2 spot on the beach, and I would automatically get a seashell or and a scallop.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
If anybody were in that spot on the beach, you would bump them off the table back to their owner.
I'm just trying to think where I want to go because I don't want to bump. I don't want to bump Justin off at all. No offense, Justin. I just don't want you to win. And then let's see here. I think I'm going to take the 6.
And I'll give you the starfish.
Yeah, I've got a starfish.
There you go.
And then let's see here. And then I can take an additional treasure if I pay this little thing right here. Right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So wherever you're going, yeah.
Then I will take that.
And then you should manually grab yourself the second one. Yeah.
Yep. There we go. And I will flip this over. Put that right there. And you know what? Why not? No. There we go.
There you go. So you got a diamond on your bottom row.
Yep.
All right, Helaina, you are up.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 3, and I'll get the starfish. And I am going to place this right here. And flippy. There we go.
Looks like we're kind of battling for the same thing, huh?
Yeah, and I'm going to get it first. I'm just saying.
Yes, you are. So in that case, I'm going to replan. I'm going to take the 2 and then starfish. I will go into the gold shipwreck yet again.
Wowee.
Well, you know how it is. Oh, beautiful. All right, so I'm going to put the coins in here. Pow. I'm going to flip this one over here and put it into my exhibit. Nice. Now, at the end of my turn, at the end of anybody's turn, they can claim one or more exhibits that they've finished. Now, I'm going to say, hey, guys, check it out. I have finished this exhibit here. It's the wrong order, so I don't get to claim the bonus, the 2 starfish bonus that's in the bottom corner.
Okay.
But it is worth a nice 8 points for me at the end of the game. So
nice.
I'm going to claim this exhibit and put it beside my board. There we go. That's 8 points for me. Now I can explain decorating. So in the top left of the exhibit, you can see that this exhibit would accept a conch as a decoration because that's what it shows on the card. It's like if I have one, I could choose now to use that conch to decorate the exhibit. What's the value of that? Well, conches are worth 2 extra points when you exhibit, when you add them to exhibits. And that is described on the bottom of your player mat as well. Same area that we were showing the other shell powers. There you go. So if you decorate with a conch, then the exhibit's worth 2 more points. And if you decorate with a scallop, then that lets you immediately grab any treasure you want from any shipwreck. So you can just grab 1 treasure of any color from the shipwreck if you decorate with a scallop. So I don't have a conch, so I can't decorate this exhibit, and that equals the end of my turn. So I will hit the resupply button, and we'll get a fresh exhibit from the display out there, and play passes on to Justin.
Okay. And then I
clear out my my display is emptied into a sort of a discard pile of these.
So it came out real quick. Okay. Well, I don't necessarily want to give you all stuff, but doing this will let me.
Nope, you place a diver, not the die. There you go.
You're getting way too
free
excited
stuff.
over there, Justin.
Stuff for everybody.
Thank you so much.
But
I didn't get
I will
anything.
be
What are you talking
completing-
about?
Stuff for everyone but you. That's what I said.
Everybody but me. Which one did you just take?
All right, so yeah, it looks like Justin completed an exhibit
Not
that
in order, though.
is not in order, so he won't get the bonus. But again, it's worth the points. And this one is not asking to be decorated, so he doesn't have the option.
Okay. All right. Why'd you have to take that one, man?
So you wouldn't.
Now, let me hit that resupply button. There we go.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. All right. Now I have to rethink my strategy. I got to take the one.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
get the
So I'll
star.
point something out to you that you could do right now if you wanted to.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. That nobody has done yet. You have 2 starfish there, or 3 now?
Yep, I have 2.
You have 2. Okay. So if now you took that 1 and you sent your diver to the beach and got 2 more starfish, then at the end of your turn, you would have enough starfish to afford the aquarium on the far bottom left there. So you could start building an aquarium that needs 3 starfish there. So that's an option for you to get into the aquarium game by going to the beach now and grabbing a starfish. Now, of course, you don't have to. You can go into the Rex and keep on working towards your exhibits and your vault, but don't sleep on the aquariums. Like people who compete in those tend to do pretty well.
Gotcha. I am going to go into here currently. And that way I can do this. And I think I will now. Can I still spend my stars to buy this one? Because this is only 2.
No, that also has a conch as well at the bottom.
Oh, it has a conch. Okay. Sorry. Did not zoom in on that. All right. Well, I didn't want it anyway. Never mind.
Maybe later. All right,
Maybe
so we'll roll
later.
the dice, and it will be Helena's turn.
All right.
It will.
It will and is.
Oh.
Let's see here. What is best case scenario? I think I'll probably just take 4. 4. Oops, this was a 4. And this becomes 9. And I'm gonna go right here. And I am going to put this in here. And I have completed this guy with style.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, stylish.
Stylish. And I get 2.
2 stars. Very good. 8 points and a nice little bonus shellfish collection. Starfish collection.
Starfish. And I'm really sorry. I am gonna.
You're gonna buy an aquarium piece with
I'm gonna
those?
buy an
that loot?
aquarium piece, but let me see. Do I want this
Yeah.
one? Or I mean, like they're both the
Could
same.
afford the little treasure chest or the anemones.
Yeah, I mean, I like to say anemone, so I'm gonna take that one.
See, I automatically think of what was that? Finding Nemo. Every time I
Yes,
hear it.
exactly, exactly.
All right, so I'll
And
put it
I have to spend. Where am I putting these, Josh?
just into the bags here.
Oh, they go back into the bags.
Yeah, or I have the power to like delete stuff, so I can just you can just put it out here and I can like make it go away.
I'll just put it into the bag. Oh, or not. And then a con. Here, you can delete that. Go
It is
delete.
not.
There we
All
go.
right, let's flip that over, and we have an anglerfish. All right, so it's on me. You took the thing I wanted. Thanks a lot. I will take die number 1.
I'm not trying to make you have an easy game, Josh.
What? With a scallop. And it appears that I am out of divers. So all of us are about to encounter the situation. What do? Well, when you run out of divers, you grab one of your divers that's already somewhere and you move it to somewhere else. So right now I could pick any of my divers that are out there and move them to a 1 because that's the die that I chose. The only limitation is you can't move a diver into the same wreck that it's already in. So you can't be like sliding around on the same shipwreck. So I'm going to take my guy from here, go over to the beach. Boom. That gives me some sweet, sweet starfish. And I'm going to use them, along with the one I already have, to start an aquarium of my very own. So here is 1, 2, 3 starfish spent on that aquarium. And my turn is over.
Okay. What are the options?
Probably get rid of these.
Oh, yeah. I'll help you.
Oops.
Now, how many cards are supposed to be here at the bottom? Is it 4 or 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me move this over to the other side.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the move.
Okay, I'm going to take the 4.
Okay.
And I will just take this one, drop it there. So that means that purple one.
Purple one's going to go to 4.
Sweet.
There you go, Helaina. Some sweet, sweet
Yeah.
shellfish.
Delicious.
How very unshellfish of you.
Well, it may seem that way, but I'm going to do this, and then I can use this star to change the color, right?
Correct.
Which then allows me to complete
this one there.
This card.
And that
style.
does count as being done with style, yeah, because the starfish wilds that brown into a purple for you.
And then that gives me, with the slashes, that's basically one
That's
of
ore,
choice.
yeah. So you can choose any shell that you want. And I will clear your display for you.
So let's get
Yay. I got an idea. Do-do-do-do. Yay.
scallop.
Yay.
Okay.
Now, when did this originally come out?
Helaina?
2 years ago.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
Right.
it was on Kickstarter. It was on Kickstarter 2.5 years ago, and it was out in stores about 8 months later. So just less than 2 years ago.
Right.
And it's still going strong, which is really awesome. This game has just been so fantastic for us.
Yeah, it was kind of the first one where we really felt like, okay, we've like made a dent here in people's awareness of this company.
That's good.
I'm liking this. I mean, this is fairly easy to play. I can easily picture playing this with my kids.
Right?
Here.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm putting a star on there.
Oh boy.
That makes that wild. So
Wow.
I'll take this one out of the way.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna take this one out of the way.
Okay, yeah. So let's resolve them one at a time because there's sort of cascading effects that you might care about.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so should I do this one first right here?
I guess it doesn't matter right now because you're not finishing either of them in style. So sometimes if you decorated something or finished it in style, then the reward that you got from it could go towards the next exhibit that you're building. But it doesn't look like you're actually going to be capable of having that matter
Getting a
right
special
now.
bonus. Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha. So I'll just take them then, and I will then fit all these wonderful goodies out.
Yep. This one could be decorated if you had the right shell, but it looks like you don't have.
Nope.
a
All I got
contour
is my starfish. So, but it was nice.
Yeah.
Completed a couple patterns. Cool. That was my turn.
I guess it's on Helaina now.
All right.
Not a lot of thinking about which die to take.
No, obviously, and there isn't a lot of thinking about that.
I'll give you the conch. Here it is.
Thank you. I think that what I'm going to do is not give anyone anything right now. I'm just going to go here.
Head to the beach.
Yeah. Now, I have a lot that I can spend, but I am going to spend a conch and scallop.
Okay.
And
you're only allowed to buy one aquarium piece at the end of each turn.
Right. Did I just take?
But you have to at least have a bottom before you take the middle, right?
That's right. And then any number of middles you can stack up on top of a bottom.
Can you tell?
On top.
Can you tell how much I play this? Oh my goodness, what's happening here?
All the water is going to pour out.
Of course, Chris.
Yeah.
Help me.
Q and E help you rotate.
Yep, Q and E.
Q and E?
Yeah, rotating clockwise or counterclockwise.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to roll the dice. Boom.
Good.
They've been rolled.
Sweet.
All right, let's see here. Four and a 2 are sitting here. I mean, I kind of want a starfish, so I'll take the 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the sweet, sweet starfish. And I'm going to send someone. Out to there, get me a treasure. It is in the vault. All right, go ahead, Justin.
Okay. I will. Yeah. Okay, I'll take the 6.
Yeah, I got some goodies. All right, I'm okay with that.
Goodies are good.
Yes, they are.
Okay, and I'm going to spend my comp to take an extra good.
It's got to be the same type that you just got.
Okay.
So what made you all decide to go with two different almost brands, like the Kids Table Board Gaming and then my brain is so fried right now.
Burnt Island.
Yeah, Burnt Island. What made you decide to go the two different routes?
So we started making family games, 6 or 7 years ago, and it was going well, and we were really enjoying it. And a game sort of came on the market that I was really, really interested in publishing myself. It's the game Endeavor Age of Sail. It's been my favorite game. It's the game that brought me into the gaming world. I just really fell in love with it. And Josh did the art and graphic design for the original game that was published by Z-Man. And so he had some connections, obviously, with the designers of the game. And for years, I was saying, like, it would just be my dream if this could be the game that I reimagined. And eventually it came on the market again, and it took me about 8 months to convince the designers that we were the way to go. They were considering taking it to Kickstarter and then just decided that it wasn't something that they wanted to pursue in that way. And they gave us a chance, and I couldn't publish Endeavor Age of Sail under Kids Table. It just didn't fit. So
it doesn't quite blend with the rest of the catalog.
And so we reimagined what it would look like, or we imagined what it would look like to have two brands. And because of the success of Endeavor and the success of KTBG, they just both sort of stuck. And so we're at a space right now where we're able to sort of piggyback on each other, or leapfrog on from one brand to another. So we'll do one game on Kickstarter from KTBG, and then we'll do our next game will be from Burnt Island Games on Kickstarter, and then we'll go back to KTBG, and it sort of works out really well for us as a company. We really believe in making solid games and spending a lot of time on them and doing it right. So, publishing more than 2 or 3 games a year is just out of the question for us right now with the size that we're at. So it just is working out really well.
Right. So I'm about to push you out.
Yep. So that would bump Helaina out to her own player mat. So you might as well put the one that you're carrying over by her player mat.
There. Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
And it gives.
Hey, Jeremiah's on here.
Gets.
Happy New Year, sir.
Scalopes.
All right. I'm going to move this right here. Boom, which will give me some more of these. Okay. I like that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do this and this and this.
This and this and
that. Yeah, and that as well. I'm going to put a star right on there.
Okay.
There we go. Make that wild. Wild. All right. Cool.
I would advise that if you're not completing a exhibit now, don't put the star on it yet and hang on to it.
Oh, don't put the star on? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you may as well wait until the moment that you're completing, just in case someone might nab that out from underneath you and you'll regret having spent it.
All right. Justin, don't do that. Okay.
Never.
Oh,
well, never.
The joy of going before you, Chris. I can thwart your plans.
You're not going for what I'm going for. I see what you're going for, though.
Let's see here. Oh, I see a symbol that I haven't explained yet. On top left of aquarium piece,
yeah.
In the formula there, it shows a little fish equals 2. So that means every segment of the aquarium is worth 2 points. So for that cap in particular, the taller the aquarium stack, the better. That's what that's.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, that little icon means an aquarium piece. Not strictly a middle one, any aquarium piece.
All right. See you later, Jeremiah. Thanks for just stopping by, man.
Oh, nice Jeremiah. Later, buddy.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Is it my turn now?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to take the 2, obviously, because,
here's your
it's
scallop.
Scallop City around here.
You have a diver out here that you'll
Yes, I know. I know, Joshua.
I'm just helping out.
You are lots of help, and I really appreciate you so much.
Well, hey.
Like, actually, I do.
I know.
Okay. I'm going to kick. Who is this? Okay, I'm going to kick this guy out here.
No.
Yeah.
So he goes to the beach.
All right.
And I will go here.
Okay.
Oh my God,
nice.
You gave Chris so much. You gave him 2 shellfish and 2 treasures on your turn.
Oh, that was beautiful.
I had to do it.
Why?
It is what it is.
I'm not going to argue with your decision. I think that was a very wise decision, very well played, and I am very grateful.
That's gonna be the game right there. That one move.
No, it's not. But I am going to. I'm going to buy another bottom. Aquarium bottom. I'm going to buy this guy.
Okay.
And that is this. And this.
And the conch, yeah.
Oops. Not with the die, though.
So you said that you made a lot of these games for kids in mind originally. Now I'm guessing you all have kids, correct?
Yes,
so,
we do. 2 kids.
So I'm guessing that a lot of that time learning made it into a fun experience with your children. Would you say that?
Want to take
Absolutely.
this one, Josh?
Absolutely. Our kids are the reason that we got into publishing family games in the first place, was because we were playing games that were not fun for the adult to play. You had to kind of set aside any of your own enjoyment when you wanted to play a game that is designed strictly for children. In most cases, especially the very simple games for younger kids that are just a real slog for an adult to get through. So we decided, hey, what if we could publish games that adults are going to enjoy, but that they can also play with their kids. So that's sort of been the focus of Kids Table, is trying to walk that fine line. They're not children's games at all, but they are games that all adults will play with each other, but you could also set the game up, play it with your kid, and the kid is perfectly capable of playing it, enjoying it, and even being competitive with you, without you letting them win, and without you being bored the whole time that you're playing. That's kind of the
Yeah. No, I understand about being bored the whole time. I remember there's only so many times I can play Hungry Hippo after a while. Don't get me wrong, it's fun. It's fun, but like Mousetrap, having to put that thing together is more work than it is to play the game. So, yeah.
All right, Chris, I'm going to bump you off the beach here.
Oh no!
Head there myself.
So I don't get anything.
You do not, but I'm going to grab a couple of shells, and I'm going to spend 2 starfish. That is 1, 2 on a squid. I'll stack it right there, and I am good. Now it looks like it'll be Justin's turn when we re-roll. There we go.
Okay. I'm assuming if I was to pick up a shell or something with the die right now, I could immediately use it as well?
Yes.
Okay. So in that case, I'm going to take the 3.
A scallop, I'll send it over. Are you going to spend it right now?
Yeah, I'll immediately spend it.
All right, I'll just ditch it then. There you go.
And that was 3, just to verify.
Hold on.
And I'll take... Move that one.
Yeah. Come to Papa.
That gives me an extra purple.
Yeah. I'm going to throw that in my vault. Even though it's a duplicate of a picture I already have, I think it'll be worth it for me to try to nab a color row. So I'm going to throw that in my vault as well.
Okay. And then this should allow me to... Chris, what are you smirking at over there?
Oh, Daniel was responding to the post that Helaina posted. So just joking on James, wondering if James was keeping score for himself at home right now. Anytime we ever have James on, he's the silent observer, and he's slowly strategizing everything, and then he always wins.
We talk about how quiet I am. James is even more quiet. So I did finish this card in style.
Ooh, snazzy.
See, which will gain me 2 scallops.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. What do I want to do here?
That was really fancy that you picked up all of those at the same time. Holy.
Yeah.
I feel like such a novice here on PTS.
It's okay. I'm not on almost every week doing play testing on Fridays with Weird Giraffe Games and hosting that.
Yep.
So
yeah, Justin does booth managing for them, so which is really awesome.
Cool.
All right, let's see here. So it's my turn. I'm gonna take. Do I want to take that one? No, I don't want to take that one. No, I can't take that one. Gur, and double gur. All right. Yeah, I'll take the starfish.
If Justin finishes a 4th exhibit, that will trigger the end game, and then what happens is when a player triggers the end game, after their turn, every other player gets one more turn, and then we're done. So he has 3 of the 4 exhibits on the way towards making that happen.
Well, Justin, don't do that. Okay. All right.
Well, if it means I will beat you, Chris, I might just have to.
Now that is not nice, Justin. You need to take that back.
Terrible. That's terrible.
That is just horrible. Okay. Ooh, I can discard my scallop and get, what do I get again?
Another treasure of the same type you just took.
Oh, I love that. That's wonderful. Because then I can do this little thingamabobber. And I will flip that. No. There we go.
Yeah, extra treasures in your hand over there, Chris.
Yeah.
I know. I'm about to lay them down. And then I am going to get this perfectly now.
Fancy.
It's all super fancy.
Yep.
I got my
Get
scallop.
you and a starfish.
And
I'll clear your mat here.
All right, thank you very much.
No problem. Just
Got my
helps.
starfish. So now I got that. And let's see here. I am going to all right. I'm just gonna put those right there for right now.
Cool.
And then I think I've done my thing. Sweet.
So resupply.
Yay. Mm.
What's your move, Helaina?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just trying not to give anyone anything. But that is like not really a possibility right now. Okay.
After all these turns of giving you stuff,
Give
and
it
now
to me.
you don't want to give
I
it
want to
back.
go one exhibit completed.
I want to give any of
Sure.
you anything because you can all kiss my butt.
Wow.
I don't play nicely. I'm sorry. I took a 1, and so I'm gonna go here. Unfortunately, I have to give 1 to Josh.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that is
Here.
wonderful.
And I'm going to take this topper. Let's go on here. Ugh.
All right, so she's committed. Like that aquarium is now finished, and she can't like separate that top to build more middles into it now.
Mhm.
Okay.
Stars falling all over the place.
I don't know. Every time I hear the word star, I just think of I want to hear the word starships from Nicki Minaj. That's for some reason that song's just running in my head right now. So,
All right.
You all done?
Oh, sorry, I'm done.
Okay, great. I'm gonna take the 1. I'm gonna fly over here between my own 2 guys. Yellow, triple yellows.
whoa.
And I'm gonna spend a scallop to get a 4th one.
Mm.
Wow, Josh. Wow, that was fast.
And it's just going to be yellow, 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 yellow. So I'm going to complete that yellow, 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 yellow one.
Oof.
Oops.
That was
Flip it
fantastic.
over, and I can decorate it
Nice.
because I have a scallop. So I'm going to decorate it with a scallop that I have in my supply here. And when you decorate the scallop, that lets you take any treasure you like from any wreck. So looks to me like purple's a good option to start with. I'll do that.
Okay. Okay.
Josh, if you highlight all those and then press
could have
G,
dragged them
it'll
all over
gather them
together.
together.
Yeah, G.
Okay, so let's do a quick resupply, see what's going to come out. Okay.
Not bad.
Probably
Not bad. Not bad at all.
make do with that?
Well, I get to go after you, don't I? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So how has it been for you all? Now, you all have been doing Kickstarters, which is, I was talking to Travis from Queen Games. He said Kickstarters has been very helpful in the sense of being able to get your games out to areas where normally you cannot distribute to sometimes. But also with of course COVID-19, I'm guessing it's been hard being able to, of course, do a lot of conventions. I mean, luckily you have virtual things like here on Tabletop Simulator where people are able to play. But what have been some of the things that the hurdles that you've seen in 2020, and how have you been able to kind of jump over them a little bit?
Right. That's fully a Helaina question. I'm more of a head down, make the games guy. She is the shot caller for all business related things. So take it away.
It's just been a very difficult year, and I mean, we are feeling the effects of not having people play our games before we run a Kickstarter campaign. A good example of that is In Too Deep, which a lot of people, that was our last Burnt Island Games Kickstarter. A lot of people were really interested in it. Not many people got to play it before. I mean, we were just finishing up making that game, or finishing up development, when everything started locking down. And so even just developing the game was difficult. We had to learn very quickly how to use Tabletop Simulator and do all of our development on there. So it's hard to believe, but we've had very few plays of the actual game on a table.
Yeah.
But because of that, I mean, the Kickstarter did very well. We still had almost 3,000 backers, or it's 2,000 something, but we were expecting many, many more than that, because it's a very interesting game. And oddly, this like weird flip happened where Creature Comforts just, blew out of the water.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Chris is going to go Starfish heavy right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Starfish heavy right now. And let's see here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow.
Worth it.
Wow.
I'm taking that card right there.
Yeah, so that earns you, as a style reward, you get a free aquarium piece of your choice, which is going to have to be a bottom because you haven't started any yet.
Yep, I will take that then. Very cool. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering because I know with everything like virtually, I see the benefits of doing some of these things like a Gen Con and stuff like that, where people are able to at least be able to taste it and see, but at the same time, it's not the same as like going through a con and just taking 15 minutes and getting a taste of it and then purchasing a copy right from the booth.
It's absolutely not. It's such it's such like a huge dent in how we run our business. And I think everyone's feeling the effects of that. And because of that, we're all just like dying for this to be over so we can get back to those conventions and be face to face with people and just like, have them play our games. And it's really amazing how important that is.
Yeah.
That being said, TTS has been amazing as well. Like we are reaching people who, wouldn't be able to go to Gen Con or are on the other side of the world and wouldn't be playing our games. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's something I would like to see almost is something where somebody who is not able to go to the big convention, maybe 1 or 2 people in a Discord that could be able to show the game in a virtual sense, but they pay maybe a smaller rate where they can get so many games that they can get to play all the way through via Tabletop Simulator or Tabletopia. Like I think that would be something that would be well done. And then when cons start back up, because I mean, you think about it, the one thing I did enjoy, I did teach some games with Haba And I loved teaching people that were all the way over in Mexico that could normally never go to Gen Con, or somebody from the UK that's like, this is we've never done Gen Con before. Hey, we're able to play this game. We're able to have a good time, or, just being able to have that experience for them. I think it's really cool that we were able to do that. But yeah, I see, and I've heard a lot that the sales is not there in the virtual sense as it is in the physical sense, where you go to a convention, you walk by a table, you're seeing them play the game, you're like, you already get a taste of it. You already kind of get a feel for it. And then if you do sit down and spend 5 minutes playing maybe half a round, or just understand the mechanics, or talking to somebody as you're watching somebody play, you're more likely to go ahead and walk up to the booth, hand that money, and get that copy right then and there. And, it's something that I would like to see the virtual side still continue, but in a smaller capacity.
Yeah.
For the people that can't go, and it's still support, somehow find a way to still support the publishers that are doing it. Because I think it would be a neat idea.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so I am completing this.
How many cards do you have?
It's only her second.
Ooh.
That's only my second, but I am going to.
Chris already finished his fourth, so we're on our last turns, correct?
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, I didn't notice. Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
we're each having a final turn.
But I am also going to take. Hang on 1 second. I think I'm also going to take something from here. Sorry, guys. What do I have left over here? Just conscious. I don't think I can take anything.
Darn it.
Okay, I'm going to take this. Oops.
Nice.
And I have to pay this. That is the best I can do. Oh, God.
You want me to grab the conch?
Right,
Or you got it? Okay.
yeah, I'm done my turn, so Josh, if you want to go.
Yeah, I guess I want to try to finish a display here. So, Chris, I'm going to bump you to the beach. Here's some scallops for you.
Okay.
And,
They're delicious.
Yeah. Oh, so yummy.
The only thing is you have to take that little boot off of the scallop.
Take the
before you
three.
cook it.
The boot.
The little. That's right. Sorry. When I worked in a restaurant, the person always taught me it was the boot, because if you did not take it off of it, it would be tough as leather. Is kind of what would happen. So
That's like the tendon or whatever that holds it into the shell.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna complete this one here with style, which gets me a conch, which then I'm going to use to decorate it. So there we go. Let's pop that on there. It'll be worth an extra 2 points. And then I'm done. And then Justin will finish it up. Final turn. I'm going to hand out scoring counters to each player.
Oh, I have to take one. Let's see. I'm not sure. Question about the displays.
The vault?
Yeah.
Or the displays?
Displays.
Yeah.
Say you have more than, say I end up with 4 in it, but I want to pull something that's a 3. Can I take 3 that are there?
You can't do that.
Okay.
That's why you can use a star to delete the rightmost treasure in a display.
Okay. Well, I have no stars to do that, so. You taking that last card, basically. Threw my whole last move into chaos.
Who did?
Me.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I saw that would happen, but it was the only way I could get some points. Decent points in the last turn.
I think looking at it, it was the only way I could beat Chris.
Oh, really?
That makes me feel really good right
Even
now.
if Chris doesn't win the game, he's going to be happy because he beat me.
Well,
You know it, sir. I will be ecstatic.
So I'm going to get one. It won't really matter what I take. Yeah, because I can't complete anything.
You do have 2 scallops to spend, so that could help you get many treasures if you go somewhere.
So basically, I could get 3 total wherever I place.
Yeah, so if you went into the brown wreck, for example, you could get enough treasures to build up your vault pretty well and guarantee a fully colored row on the 2nd level.
True.
Oh, I can't wait. Because if I beat you,
Might as
Amanda
well.
made a special counter for us to at least keep tally of who does better in each game. So I'm excited. Oh, I got some starfish.
And then
Nice.
both.
Yeah, they're kind of irrelevant now, but
Yep.
Yeah. So they don't count as points at the end, though.
Nope.
Right? Extra starfish or anything like that?
no, they're too useful in the game for us
Gotcha.
to incentivize hoarding them.
Well, I got lucky. To make
What'd you
a
get?
difference.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
He ended up with all 3 types of art treasures.
Okay, and that is my turn.
Okay, so we wrapped up the game, and now we'll do final scoring for the game. So let's first just add up our own exhibit scores. So the scores in the bottom left, plus any conches you may have decorated. I think I'm the only one who did. So type that into your score marker. I got 22 points total for exhibits.
Same here.
Okay.
You can just type in the number, right, Josh?
I know, but then sometimes it gets all wonky and it's hard to tell where the cursor is. All right, next, let's look at vaults. So for each individual unique picture in your vault, non-duplicates, right? So each unique treasure you have in your vault, that's 1 point. So I get 5 points for my uniques. And then I'm going to score both the bottom row and the next row up for colors. So I get 3 for the bottom row, 4 for the next row, and then 5 for my individual pictures. For 12 points total.
Oof.
I realized that I put the wrong gold treasure in here.
Oh, 2 crowns?
Yep.
Well, too late.
That's what happens when you do more than one thing at a time.
Mm-hmm. Finally, Aquaria. So I didn't manage to cap anything, but I do have 7 points worth of tiles, so I'm going to have that. And that will be my final score of 41.
Oh my goodness, I beat you.
Prove it. I see a
Justin?
0 on your counter.
Chris, this is going to make you happy. You beat me by 1 point.
Oh my gosh.
point.
And
I
we're gonna
win.
put this in here.
I win.
What do you mean? What's your score?
43.
Okay. So I've got this little thing I'm putting here. This just says that I beat Justin by the scoring. So this is something that Amanda Panda made for us. I love the fact that she did this.
We're going to start tracking it this year.
Yeah, we're gonna track it this whole season. We're gonna track it. Oh, come on.
Are you tracking the actual scores or just the win-loss?
Just the like however many times I beat you in the game, or how many times you beat me. So just something fun like that. So
Josh, let's do that.
so we can do.
No, let's not do that.
Let's do what? Track beatings?
No, let's not track how many times you beat me. Okay.
We already track every single game we play. I'm going to track this one in fact.
Damn.
Whoa! It said 3 times on stream. Really? Okay, that's cool.
No, for the year it's 1, Chris.
I don't know. It just said 3. I'm not going to argue with it. It's probably a glitch. We'll probably we'll fix it. So, however, I do like the fact that it's there. I bet you, Amanda, most likely tested it out too. So, yeah, we'll just put that up there for all of them to see because it's good. It's good. At
This
least.
may be the last time you get to see it that high.
Oh, is that right? Is that right? There will be much trash talking. That's for sure. No, I enjoy this. This is definitely fun. I know that I probably could have gone a whole different strategy. I just went card heavy.
Yeah.
Which I see that can be good, but at the same time, I saw that the aquariums really made a big difference, like the multipliers of the points. So I did not go that route, and because of it, I suffered. But I still have a great feeling right now because Justin. Yeah.
Yeah, the game rewards several different paths. So that, I think Helaina has like a 19-point aquarium here, so that's pretty significant to finish one that you can cap off well. And also, I managed to scrape some pretty decent points out of my vault by building up pretty carefully. And so you could sort of major in any of the 3 categories, but you never really want to neglect any of them fully, otherwise you might miss out on some points.
All right, who's flipping it?
Ooh.
Sounds fun.
I typically say the winner gets to flip.
All right, winner gets to flip it.
I don't know how to flip it. How do I flip it?
Go up top,
the top part of the screen.
Here we go. Why isn't it happening?
So your strength was not too. It's based on a D20. Go ahead and flip it again. Hit flip again.
Oh, we might have disabled the flip ability when we created this module for
really?
conventions.
Well, as the host, you can turn on the flip ability.
Yep.
Dude, Josh, I've never flipped a table before.
I've got to do a flip soon for Tantrum Con.
Permissions. Here we go. Table flip is now enabled.
Whoa! Craziness. Flying everywhere.
That was fun.
Nice.
What a disaster.
That was good.
I don't have to clean that up, so I don't really care.
That is the nice thing about Tabletop Simulator and Tabletopia. You do not have to clean up the game afterwards.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it is not fun cleaning up those games. Sometimes.
You know, unless you're using game trays, which that makes it a whole different experience.
Wow.
Yeah, game trays. I am very pleased with game trays. There's some games where I've played with inserts. I recently did a review and I was like, it's a great game, but I was like, there's no point to have this insert in here because it's not keeping anything organized. And I'm like, if you're not going to make it, I mean, just put plastic baggies in there if that's what you're going to do.
Game trays are so functional, and especially for some of our games like Endeavor, for example. One of the things that we have is this building tray, and the start of each round or each turn, you have to choose a building, and the game is it's got a pretty big footprint. So when you have the tray in front of you, you can pass this tray around to each person. So it's so functional. For that reason, the same with the trays from In the Hall of the Mountain King. They're just fantastic. They do such an amazing job, and we're actually really happy to be working with them.
Yeah, just like you said, Chris, we always make sure that when we're designing an insert, especially one with like removable bits for it, that it really is enhancing the game and not just like sort of a frill that's in the box that's not really necessary. So we always try to be functional and improve the experience of playing the game, not just storing the game.
Yeah, I always find it funny when you see that one box and you're like, why? Just why? It's like because also I think about it like that's a cost for you all. Like if publishers make an insert and they've got the molding costs money. Having to do all that stuff in preparation, and then if you don't do it right, why do it at all?
Yeah,
just make it simple on yourself. Plastic baggies if you got to.
Yes, agreed, 100%. And I'll be honest with you, unless our games require some sort of functionality beyond just putting it in the box, we don't make them, and the reason for that is because often they get smashed when they're being shipped, and the replacement costs and the cost on the environment, and it's a total nightmare. So we really believe in it. They just be used for specific reasons. If they are not functional, to me, it's not worth it. And we do have a lot of games that don't have that kind of organization because it just doesn't make sense. It's not worth it.
Yeah. I mean, a big box with this tiny insert. Sometimes you're just kind of like, why? Or no dividers for cards and stuff like that. It's like, it's just I agree. Game Trays, I think, definitely has set the bar on how the molds should be, how everything should be able to fit in place. And I mean, most people, they either stack their games horizontal. You see some vertical, but you think about it, you want to be able to pull it off the shelf and it not be all over the place when you open it up. So, yeah, very true. Well, Josh, Helaina, I had a blast playing with you all. Justin, I always love playing with you. But yeah, so what can we be looking forward to in the future? Anything that we can talk about yet? If not, that's cool. I'll just
We have, right now, the two games that we already talked about tonight are in pre-order. So Burnt Island Games Into Deep, you can get from Backer Kit right now. And also Creature Comforts is available on Backer Kit. But we have some...
we have a game with each brand that we're working on right now.
Can I just say like a little bit? I'm gonna say a little bit of a teaser. Okay, I'm just gonna say a little bit of a teaser. Okay,
I'm not getting myself in trouble. I don't. Whatever you two decide, I'm not gonna.
You're gonna hear it here first. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
We have a In the Hall of the Mountain King surprise coming soon.
Oh.
Okay.
I just said that out loud.
I'm excited. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to that, and so that's really cool. Now, can people purchase the games directly from your website?
Absolutely.
Okay. And what is that?
One nice thing about our games is that they are widely distributed. If you're in a country that is not English speaking, just go to your friendly local game store and tell them that you're interested in a game, and their distributor can find our games. But you can find our games in Barnes & Noble, all nice, friendly local game stores. If they don't have our games, can purchase them very easily, and then you can get them from our website.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you all very much for coming. Real quick, folks, I'm going to quickly play a little something from our sponsor tonight, Greenbrier Games. Check them out. They've currently got The Lost Ones about to hit Pledge Manager. So I'll pop that in there. But everybody, we're all going to say goodnight.
Good night.
We also want to thank our sponsor, Greenbrier Games. Be on the lookout for Lost Ones hitting the Pledge Manager.